Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to the channel. You are watching Journey with Us, a digital nomad family of 7 traveling throughout southeastern Africa the past 4 going on 5 years. Today, I want to help you out, okay? Because I know that you have been thinking of traveling to Africa ever since the new American president is about to come into office. I've been seeing people all down our YouTube timeline. They're like, hey, I want to leave America. I'm getting out of America. The best countries to go to outside of America for Black people. And look, we've been out of America for 4 years straight without going back. And it's the best decision we could have ever made for our family. In fact, we ended up giving birth to 2 of our children while we were in East Africa, okay? And so today, let's get into some of the mindset shifts that are blocking your success and growth in Africa before you leave. Because honestly, the work that's required to be successful in Africa and anything you set your hand to really has more so to do with the foundation of the move, the foundation of what you're doing, rather than focusing on the external and the things that happen later on down the line. So the foundation, the number one tip is that your foundation has to be strong, meaning you have to have the right intentions as you're moving to Africa. What do I mean by this? I mean, not just seeing like people on YouTube and being like, okay, I want to do exactly what they're doing because they're doing it. Okay, I want to copy them because that's what I want to do. You have to actually do the work to be in alignment with what is designed for you from the foundations of the world. Okay, you have to be in line with the Creator's will for your life, or you will have a very stressful move. If not stressful, you will just be back in America in less than a year, sometimes even less than 6 months. Number 2, another mindset shift that can be blocking your growth and exponential success and happiness before you ever step foot on African soil is your lack of strategic planning. So we have to dig a little bit deeper than just surface level research. It's good to watch YouTube videos, that's fine, but you really need to speak to a strategic advisor, a relocation advisor. We can't tell you how many times people have moved abroad, and then after they're already abroad, typically it's in East Africa, sometimes in Southern Africa, after they're already abroad, they contact us like, hey, can I do a consultation? Hey, can I get your Core Stream Life Africa? Hey, can you help me? I'm having this problem. And it's like, you didn't have to have that problem if you would reach out while you're still in America. Now, this kind of goes back into number 1, right? Like, it's all about building a strong foundation, a solid foundation, so you can make wise decisions, because you don't want to cost yourself your peace, stress, and stability, especially if you have children. If you can't find yourself consulting a strategic advisor for yourself, at least do it for your family, because you have to be wise with these matters. America is not like anywhere else on the earth. So you're thinking, oh, it's going to be just like America. I guarantee you 500,000% it's not. And it takes some getting used to. You're going to have to learn a new culture. You're going to have to learn how to negotiate. You're going to have to learn to run your business. You're going to have to learn how to deal with some of the legalities. On top of that, you have to deal with visas and your residence permit. And these are things that you need to figure out before you leave. Straight up, straight up. Before we moved to this new country, we already knew what visa we were going to do. And it wasn't like we landed here and we were just like, oh, I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to be floating around. We always implore people, do not be the type of person, especially if you're traveling across the world. Now, maybe you could do that if you're moving from Ohio to Florida, Florida to South Carolina, even Florida to California. But when you are going across the world, you better use some more strategic advice and some more insight and wisdom, okay? Because wise counsel is going to help you go further. Even we invested in wise counsel. Anything we do in life, whether it's delivering our children at home, we consult wise counsel. Like, you have to speak to experts for yourself to become an expert in that thing. And Africa is no different. It's just like if you're doing a home birth. It's just like if you're getting married, if you're starting a business, you consult the experts that have the proof of what they're doing. And then number 3 is actually designing your life to fit your ideal life in Africa. Now, they're all related, but this number 3, what I'm talking about here is that similar to number one, when I was talking about you want to be intentional about what you want, number three, you also need to be thinking about your life design in Africa. Like, how do you really want to live? Do you want to live a luxury, affordable life like we do in Southern Africa? Do you want to live like a village life in East Africa? Do you want to live in one of the biggest cities in Africa, Accra, Ghana? And I say that's one of the biggest cities because a lot of celebrities, there's a lot of traffic there. Are you like a city person and you're like, yeah, I love the cities. I want to be at all the places. I want to see all the buildings. Because us, for instance, whenever you hear our channel, you're hearing one from the perspective of digital nomads that are entrepreneurs, that are investors, okay? Number two, you're hearing from the perspective of a married family of seven. Number three, this is the perspective of a family that enjoys living outside the city. Even in the country we live in right now, we are not in the main city and have spent maybe like 4 hours total in the main city at any given time in our full year here. And so these are things that you need to think about. And if you're looking at YouTube, you're looking at different people, you're looking at different people's stories, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so great. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Don't worry about doing this and doing that. Go within, figure out what is meant for you. Figure out, do I want to do the digital nomad life? And if you do want to do the digital nomad life, even if you choose that way, you have to be aware that there are different ways of being a digital nomad. There's some digital nomads that do like I'm gonna hop across every country every 90 days. We don't do that. We're the type of digital nomads that do slow travel, meaning we will stay in a country for multiple years before going to a new one. We will invest in a country for multiple years. We will have strategic advice and a strategic team to run our projects while we're outside of one particular country until we're ready to go there on vacation or whatever it is. This is the mindset that we have as nomads. And so even when you use that term, it's very nuanced. Like, what is a digital nomad? It's someone that works online. For us, we're entrepreneurs. We don't work a W-2. Neither one of us, my husband or myself, works a W-2 job. We are full-time entrepreneurs in our creative marketing agency, okay? So everything we do stems from that. And then basically the agency is like the core of everything we do. Then if it's this media channel, if it's a group coaching program, if it's a consulting, if it's an investing thing, whatever we do, everything stems out from that so that we have a cohesive presence. So hopefully this helped you to get some pointers in mind, because I know all of y'all like America's ghetto. Y'all like, airplane ticket, please fly me the heck out of here. And I'm in agreement with you. Make the right decisions while you're in America, and you will end up saving yourself thousands of dollars. One bonus caveat that I want to leave you with, and this is somewhat of a myth buster, you do not have to visit, because you may have not heard this in a while. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. But you do not have to visit multiple African countries before coming. Do we recommend it? No. I'm gonna say it again. Do we recommend visiting multiple African countries before coming? No, it's probably going to be a waste of your resources. If you spend $10,000 hopping around Africa, ma'am, sir, you could have put that in your consulting agency and started to run your company. Instead, it's better. And this is what we did. We can only give you advice that we have followed. We have never visited a country before moving there. Not once. And we have been abroad for going on 5 years, okay? We have never visited a country first before moving there. Would we do it in the future? Maybe, most likely not, though, because we're excellent researchers. We know how to make decisions, okay? We know what we're looking for. For example, one of the things we were looking for, we wanted an African country on the least corrupt list. We wanted one that was going to be visa-free for Americans, and we wanted one that was going to have some kind of self-employed digital nomad entrepreneur visa, some kind of favor in that area. And so by those three things is how we made the decision to land in the country we're in. You can subscribe to members only down below if you want to find out what country that is and see the whole journey moving from Tanzania to this place we're in now. And so that's the three things we were looking at. So for us, it wasn't even about cost of living, to be quite honest with you, this second time around moving. It wasn't even about even like culture. It wasn't about some of the just very external things that people talk about. It was literally Like, I want to go to the least corrupt country you can find me. I want to be in a country that's going to be visa free for at least 3 to 6 months for me as an American, for my family, because again, we're a family of 7. And I want to be in a country that preferences the way that we run our businesses, because not every country in Africa has the infrastructure to support an online consulting business, to support a digital marketing international agency, to support you running your business and then having clients across the globe. You have to have the infrastructure to back that up. That means Wi-Fi, electricity, proximity to other entrepreneurs, and then of course the graces with the actual bureaucracy and the processes that are in alignment with you registering and running that company without any issues. And so these are the things that you need to think about. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, what was your one biggest takeaway from this video? Now, if you're loving this conversation and you're like, I would love to have some more conversations with y'all that get deep into the nitty gritty of moving to Africa and not returning back to America, go ahead and check out the links in the description, because we have State of the Diaspora, and we are inviting 2 speakers that have families to the event to come and talk to you. Now, one family has been out of America for like 15 years, another family for like 3 years. We've been out for like 4 going on 5 years. And so we have to have this incubated lineup of true experts that are doing it, that maintain their life abroad. And another speaker that is on the line similar to us has not been back to America in 10 to 15 years. You heard that right. That amazing, right? Now, I know you're like, well, how'd they do it? How'd they do? Go sign up. Go sign up. Save yourself some money. When you was going to go fly to Senegal, then you was going to go fly to Morocco and Egypt, then you was going to go down South Africa, then you was going to go down to Botswana. You was about to spend $12,000. I would love to just save you your money, pocket your money. Instead, what you want to do, you want to take just $300 to attend this workshop. It's a live workshop, and it's actually a VIP day from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Then we have lunch break. Then we're going to come back after lunch for a few more hours and really dig into the nitty gritty with the workbook. Like, you are going to walk away with your 6 to 12 month move to Africa plan, and it's going to be fail proof, because we know how to make fail-proof plans, okay? And so if that sounds like something you're interested, check out the link in the description, but there's only 15 slots available. We don't like to do super huge events. We want it to be incubated, intimate space where people can feel comfortable learning, talking, being vulnerable, and then also extracting all of the wisdom from our wonderful speakers. So we will talk to you soon. Shalom, shalom.